Hi, Roxanne.
Good morning, Jeannie. How are you?
Well, I'm good, and I am so excited to talk to you again. We did a virtual gathering with you a few months ago, and about your idea and your company. Your company pronounced Vibrant, which I love that. You said that's a combination of French and
Yeah, it's vibrant in French.
oh,
So
vibrant in French. Yes, I
yeah, it's
love that name.
vibrante.
Yeah, I love that name, Roxanne. Okay, just it quickly tell people again that maybe are not familiar with what you're doing, the whole purpose of your company, so then we can talk. And I really want to ask some questions because I'm very, very curious again. So tell us what it is.
Sure. Well, Vibrante is a home off the east side of Lake Nokomis for women 55 plus who don't want to live alone.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's home sharing is what it is,
Uh-huh.
or it's an intentional community. It could be called a lot of things, but it's for, again, women who are, single, widowed, divorced, maybe never married, and want to downsize from larger homes, from a condo, and want to share space with other women. So it's quite a large house. It's almost 4,000 square feet. So, each woman has their own private suite with ensuite bath. And then the main level of the house is shared space.
Roxanne, and as we've said before, that is just such a great idea. I mean, I just know there's so many women that would like to do that. Now they rent this from you, right?
Yes,
Okay.
each woman rents their own suite, and
Okay.
they vary in price from the smallest to the largest suite.
Uh-huh. Now,
Um,
is it full? The house you have now is full?
no, it's not.
Huh.
Well, yes, I know. It's curious. On one hand, um, home sharing or intentional living or whatever we're going to call this. And I only say that because it's called different things in different parts of the country and different parts of the world, actually.
Uh-huh.
Um, is a little, we're kind of a little slow to catch on to that type of housing here in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. Well, have
It,
you, how are you marketing that? Are you,
well, that's a good question. I've had a lot of press. I've had Fox
oh,
9 News, M.A. Roscoe, when she was doing her segments, come in and broadcast live from Vibrante about a year and a half ago. I've had Minneapolis St. Paul Business Journal do an article. I've had a fair amount of press, and I've had a fair amount of people through the house, in the house, interested in the house, but maybe not quite ready yet to give up their own house. I'm not sure what people are, I don't want to say afraid of, but, our everybody's, I think, sense of community is different.
right.
Um, I mean, I think you go to Vermont, they've had home sharing for 40 years. They
Uh-huh.
have an organization that matches people with roommates.
Mm-hmm.
That has been going on for, like I say, about 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
You go to up into Canada, and there's another woman up there that's doing very similar to what I'm doing. She bought a house, renovated it. She's in the process of filling it now. And then there's other people up in Canada that I've read about that have gotten together and are, home sharing or building these intentional communities.
Oh, excuse me.
Sure.
Well, gosh, I would think they would just be flocking there. How does your rent compare with other places? I mean, is it
It's
right in
comparable.
line?
The smallest suite in the house is $1,500 a month, and that's all inclusive. That's everything.
Oh, okay.
Everything. You pay nothing else. That's it.
And how much square feet is that?
Well, those suite sizes are all different size. I mean, again, you're living in a house,
Right,
and your suites are your own private space, of course.
right.
And the rest of the house, again, is shared space. So it's really shared living.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we can call it different things, but it's sharing living. It's like Golden Girls. It's like living in
Right,
a Golden Girls home.
right. So how many have you rented out,
I
Roxanne?
have I have zero rented out at this point.
Oh my gosh.
I
Well,
know.
we're gonna have to help you with that, I think.
Well,
That's just amazing because it's such a great idea. Women talk about that all the time as they're growing older, is to be
right.
able, the loneliness. Women that get so lonely. I mean, I'm getting ready for my 57th wedding anniversary, so I don't know what it's like to be living alone, but I know that I
Sure.
would not like it. But it's just, to me, it's just such a great idea, and women, they do talk about it. So either they don't know about you or something is weird.
Well, I think that that's part of it. I think that if I could have some mass media exposure for an extended period of time, I need, 200,000 people to know about me, or, more than that,
Right.
just in the Midwest area.
Mhm.
I 2,000 people know about me, probably even more than that, but that number needs to multiply by, hundreds of thousands of people,
Yeah.
because there's many women that are going into assisted living and or independent living and find that that isn't necessary. They don't want that big of a living situation. They want something a little bit smaller. And
Hmm.
I'm talking about women in their mid 70s to early 80s.
Right.
The 65-year-old women, the women my age, 64, that maybe are divorced or widowed or whatever at this point and still living in their family homes,
Hmm.
I don't think realize sometimes what it takes to downsize and how long that takes and how emotional that is.
Right.
So
Right.
I think what I'm finding is that the runway is a lot longer for people to downsize than I originally thought maybe it was going to be.
Hmm. Well, okay, Roxanne. So, how can people get in touch with you? Give us your uh, email. I would say your email.
Sure. They can contact me at Roxanne, Roxanne, at Vibrante Living. And it's spelled Vibrante living, all one word.com.
Okay.
Or they can Google Fox 9 News on Golden Girls home.
Hmm.
I'll pop up from there, and there's a video clip of the house on that. You can visit my website at Vibrante Living, all one word again, .com, and go into my gallery page and see every single room in the house.
Oh,
All
that's good to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
all the rooms face the Lake
Oh,
Nokomis.
wow. Okay, so it's vibrante.com.
Vibrante Living.
Oh, vibranteliving.com. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes, yes.
And okay, and your information's on that. Well,
Yes.
gosh, good luck. I just think, we'll keep checking in with you and see how it's going, because it just sounds like well, it's not that it sounds like, it is a fabulous idea. And no women have talked about this before. And like you say, it's just getting that word out and reaching enough people. So
It is.
yeah,
And yeah, and it's not for lack of interest. I think it's, again, I'm learning that the runway, if you will, or the downsizing piece is huge for people.
it
And it's
is
very emotional.
very emotional. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you, Roxanne, for coming on. And like I said, we'll check in with you down the road and see how it's going. And hopefully someday you can get 3 or 4 houses going like that.
I would
So,
love that. I
yeah,
would love that.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
So thank you, Roxanne. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jeannie. Bye-bye.
Bye.